Hello everyone, welcome to Moreality, your channel for React Native content. And today we are going over the Touchable Highlight component. So let's get right into it. Basically what we're going to do is go over to our components folder. We're going to add a new file, and this is going to be called Touchable Highlight component. Component.js. Okay. Now what we're going to do is type RFNE for the shortcut React Native Functional Export component, and we're going to go back to our app.js, so we can add in our component. This is going to be a Touchable Highlight component. Make sure you click the one with the path and not from React Native, and that's going to be self-closing. So now you can see on the simulator we have our text being rendered. That means our component is being displayed. So what we're going to do is get rid of this text component and start building our own component. So we're going to have two functions up here, a useState and a function for the onPress method of the Touchable Highlight. So we're going to do const count and set count is equal to useState. Make sure you import that from React Native, and its initial state is going to be 0. And make sure you import it from React, not React Native. Okay. Now the next one is going to be const onPress, and this is basically the function that we are going to render for our onPress method for the Touchable Highlight. So count plus 1. Alright, and what this is going to do is every time you touch the Touchable Highlight, it's going to add 1 to our total count. Alright, so now let's go down to our return area, and what we're going to do is start styling it. So we're going to add a Touchable Highlight from React Native. It's going to be a parent. And what we're going to have in this is another view, and in that view is going to be a text. Okay, and then outside of this touchable opacity, we're going to have another view in the text, which is going to display our count. Alright, so within this text we're going to have touch here so that it shows where our button is. Can't see it now because the Touchable Highlight doesn't necessarily have a background, so it's hard to see. So we're going to add our onPress method right here. onPress is going to be set to onPress. See, now you can see you actually touching it sets the background to a different color. So now what we're going to do is down here we're going to add our count. If it's true, then have the count. If it's not, then have it as null. So basically, if there's no count, it's not going to show anything. If we click on this and there's a count, it's going to show a number. So there we go. Our functionality is working. So now what we're going to do is go down here and add RNSS to get the style sheet. Make sure we import it from React Native. And we're going to add 4 styles here. So it's going to be container. You don't necessarily need this, but it's good practice to have it. And what the container is, it's just going to be the screen. Everything's going to be inside of this container. So it's going to go on the top view and have justified content center. and we're going to have a padding horizontal of 10 to bring the stuff in a bit. Okay, so now that we have that, we're going to have the button, and this button is going to align its item center, which is going to be the text, and it's going to have a padding of 10. And then one right before this is going to be the background color. Oh. And what this is going to be is, we can have this as, I believe one is Dodger Blue. We just have it as blue then. No. Got it. Background color, okay. And then what we're going to do down here is add a count container. This is going to be the container for the count text. It's going to have a line, item center. Oh. There we go. Line item center. And then it's going to have a padding of 10. And then onto the last one, this is going to be the count text. And the color is going to be, we could have this as, I don't know, green. So we do J0 FL00, but we just have to have the hashtag right here. Okay, so now we could start adding the styles in. This is going to be style equals styles dot styles dot container. Okay, and then this one is going to have a style equals styles dot, this is going to be button. You can see it's blue. And then I believe if you put Dodger, because it's a little bit easier on the eyes. There we go. Dodger blue. And then the text is going to be style equals styles dot, actually this one does not have a style. It's this one. This is going to be style dot style equals styles dot count container. Then let's get rid of this styles. Okay. And then for the text, it's gonna have style equals styles dot count text. So now you can see our, oh, green's a little hard to see. We can make it red. So now you can see our buttons all functioning, and you can see it's all styled up and looks good. So the difference between Touchable Highlight and Touchable Opacity is basically with Touchable Highlight, you can click it and it changes to a different color. So as you can see, it's darkened. As with the Touchable Opacity, it changes the opacity of the color, so you'll be able to see more clearly through it. Alright, so that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you liked it, please leave a comment, like and subscribe, and have a great day. Thank you.